In this video, I'm going to cover how to create your first Power App using Microsoft Power Apps and a SharePoint list. Hey everyone, it's Joe from Filthy Casual Tech, a great place to find tech news, reviews, and tutorials. If you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button down below, and links to everything we reference in this video can be found in the description. And with that said, let's get into it. Alright, to get started, I'm just going to pull up the SharePoint list that we're going to be creating the app from. So click up here. You can see I've already created the list. It's including a title field with names of users, the department the users are in, as well as the user's favorite color. So with that said, we'll hop back over to Power Apps at make.powerapps.com. And from here, when we're on home, we're actually going to choose the Start from Data SharePoint option. We'll click on this. And then we'll wait a second. Okay. And we'll choose the site that we're working with, which is right now it's marketing, as you can see up top. And we'll choose the test list that we created. Then we'll click Connect in the lower right hand corner. Alright, you can see here that it automatically created an app for us based purely on the data that it found in the SharePoint list. This is a gallery that it created with the records from that list. As you can see, by default, it will automatically add the name of the list as a title here. It'll add a refresh button if you want to forcefully refresh your data. It'll add an option to sort your data, usually by the first field. In this case, it's the title field, and then it'll give you the option to add a new record as well. It will also add a search field. This will use this starts with option. It doesn't actually search all of the fields. It just starts. It's a starts with. So you'll have to actually type in. Let's say if there was a first and a last name, you'd have to actually type in the first name as opposed to the last name. There are other methods you could use for search. This isn't necessarily my preferred method, but it's a quick and dirty way to do it. So we'll leave it there. You can see it automatically the gallery view automatically adds a select option, so you can actually select this and move on to a view mode for a particular record, and from there you can also edit. But just for the sake of argument, what we're going to do for now, we're going to do a simple customization of this record. So you can see here the favorite color is specified, but we'd like to actually kind of add labels here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select all of these labels here. I'm going to resize them as so. I did use the shift click method to resize them, or to select them, and then I'm just resizing all of them at once. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the item, the first item here. I'll click Insert, then I'll click Label, and what I'll do is I'll resize this down, pull it up to the top. Okay. And I'm going to change this to name, as such. And then I'm going to copy this, paste it, and I'll paste it again. And I'll drag these down, and I'll rename the second one to Department, and I'll name the third one to Color. I'll use shift click to select them all. And I'm going to resize them a little bit so that they're closer to the size of these. And I'll just move them around. This isn't about being perfect. I'm just sort of demoing how this works. And technically we can click these and we can actually align them as well. So if you're really into being particular and aligning things, you can do that. Just throwing it out there. You can see here there's an alignment, and I'll align middle. See? And I can do that for all of them. So align middle, and then I'll do that this one as well. And where this label's a little larger, it may not align properly, in which case I'll have to fix it. Yeah. So I'll undo. I'm going to resize this. So those, align middle. Bit. This going down a little bit. Awesome. So now I have everything laid out the way I want. And you can see here that it actually automatically adds those new labels to all of the other items that are listed here, which is really cool. As long as you edit it in the first item at the top, it should automatically add them to all the subsequent items in the list. Now, let's say we want to get fancy, and let's say we actually want anything, and we actually want the color item to actually match the color that's listed. I can actually click on the label for it, and then in this drop down over here, I can actually scroll up to color, and I'll delete this out, and I'll type color value. And then what we'll do is, you can see here it automatically tries to populate what it thinks you want. I'll do favorite color, and I'll use a close bracket, hit enter. And you can see here it automatically took the actual value of the color for the items, and it formatted the text as such. It's a little hard to read in some of these, but you can see that this is yellow. so that works pretty well. Okay. And just to show you around a little bit more, I'll actually hit the play. I'll actually click on an item to select. You can see it. We can actually format this view if we really wanted to as well. And you can see it does not copy over the color formatting here. I'll hit close. You can see it actually brought me to the detail screen. You can see the detail screen over here. If I want to use the same sort of formatting here, I can actually click on the card, then click on the label, and I'll do the same thing again. I'll go back to color, go back to color value, and then I'll choose favorite color, and then I'll close. There you go. Good deal. And this should apply to anything. So another good trick when you actually want to test out a button or something in the actual app without clicking play, you can hold down Alt and then you can click on an item. You see it went back to the previous screen here, and I can use this to also just select something else in here. So I'll select Joe from the list. See. Now, if I want to delete a record, I can simply click on this trash can. If I want to actually edit the record, which will also update in the list in SharePoint, I can click on this icon here and click in red, and I'm going to change this to, actually I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to change this to purple. I'll hit OK, and you can see here it automatically changed the favorite color to purple. And the color is actually purple for the text. And if I go back to SharePoint and I do a refresh, it should show Joe's favorite color is now purple, which is awesome. Okay. And just for the sake of showing it, let's say we want to create a brand new record here. So let's say we have Susie on the team. Play Susie, and she works for the billing department, and her favorite color is black. Actually, let's do pink. So we'll do that. We'll click on the check mark to submit the item, and you can see it automatically added her to the list. And it's still sorting this alphabetically based on the name, the title. And and you can see it's still using your color formatting for the new items. And if we go back to the list here, it should list her now as well, which is really cool. And just for the sake of testing it, you can actually change the labels here if you don't like what it's labeled. I'll change this from test list to employees. There it goes. Awesome. And one last thing I want to mention, as with any app you create, one of the first things you should always do, and I failed to do it in this video, so shame on me, is to go in here and name the app. So I'll do employee list, and I'm going to choose an icon because I just like to choose an icon here. It doesn't really matter what it is. And I'll choose my color, choose green, and I'll go to save, and then I will click save. And once again, after the first time you save your item, it should auto-save every 2 minutes, but it will not auto-save until you actually go in there and click save the first time. So always, always, always make sure you do that. If you like this video, please smash the like button down below or leave a comment. Also, if you or your business needs assistance with Power Apps or the Power Platform, my contact information can be found below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.